You won't believe what happened to me. Severus Snape, the living embodiment of patience and kindness, if you ask my students, of course, ended up being the subject of one of the biggest collective outbursts on the internet. Yes, me myself. As if I hadn't been humiliated enough my whole life. Now they've decided that my appearance should be completely changed in the new Harry Potter series. It seems that being described as pale, with greasy hair and a prominent nose, doesn't mean anything anymore. Chaos is reigning, and I'm right in the middle of it all. Before I continue, I need to ask a favor. I know, nobody likes people who ask for subscriptions to the channel and likes on the video, but let's be honest, if I don't ask, you'll watch, laugh, and go on with your life as if nothing happened. And I, poor Severus Snape, will be left here, forgotten. Just like my depressing youth at Hogwarts. So please subscribe and give a like, or I solemnly swear that I will teach potions at your house until you beg for it to end. Now, back to the subject. When the news came out that HBO would be doing a Harry Potter reboot, I wasn't that upset. After all, a faithful adaptation of the books could finally do justice to the parts that were ignored in the film. But then the information comes out that Severus Snape, will be portrayed by a black actor. The problem is not the actor's color, but the fact that the character's description has been thrown out the window. After all, my appearance was not just an aesthetic detail. My cadaverous appearance, my milk-pale, sour skin, all of this was part of the way I was perceived by others and the symbolism behind the character. Social media exploded, with many people defending the choice, others outraged, and a good number just wondering if this was the best way to represent diversity. Because let's face it, doing this to a character like Snape is just asking for extremely problematic historical comparison. I already suffered enough bullying from James Potter. Now what happens? The reboot turns this into something that will spark even more complicated racial debates. You don't have to be a potions genius to see that HBO just created a huge problem for itself. A lot of people who aren't even fans of the saga got involved in the fight. The folks who love to discuss politics and pop culture now have another battlefield. While some say it's a step forward, others question why black characters can't be created from scratch instead of modifying already established one. And in the middle of all this, there I am, a potions professor who just wanted a little peace. But no, they turned me into the center of a historical controversy. And look, I'm not the only one who's bothered. Even Harry Potter content creator, people who never get involved in controversies, decided to speak out. Everyone knows that the author of the saga, J.K. Rowling, has had a troubled relationship with the adaptations and recent controversies. But even she must not believe what's happening. After all, when they announced the series, they talked about being faithful to the original material. It seems that this fidelity was the first thing to disappear. Another point that sparked discussion is how this choice could affect the narrative of the series. Snape has always been seen as an ambiguous character, an anti-hero with a past full of pain and resentment. The transformation of his visual identity can influence the way the audience interprets his relationship, especially his dynamic with James Potter and Lily Evans. Many are wondering if certain iconic scenes will be altered or toned down to avoid problematic interpretations. Moreover, the controversy isn't just about Snape. Many fans fear that this decision will set a precedent for more changes in the cast, moving the series even further away from the author's original vision. The issue goes beyond representation. It's about respecting the work and the established descriptions. After all, if the idea is to tell the story as it was written, why change something so essential? If you think this is an exaggeration, wait until you see the damage that could happen. Many fans who were excited about the series are now threatening to boycott. The truth is that no one is happy, and if the idea was to bring diversity, couldn't they have done it in a less destructive way? I didn't ask to become a symbol of anything. I just wanted to continue my cynical and bitter existence, preferably without any more surprises. Now tell me, what do you think about this? Everything?